Welcome to New Sky TV. A shocking turn of events. Yuxin and Xiaoxu's new dramas both flopped, while Wang Haozhen's Summer of the Herb Bar unexpectedly became a hit, topping the charts with 16,500 to 6,500 viewers, the most ironic slap in the face for the short drama industry. Yuxin and Xiaoxu, both considered potential top stars, saw their new dramas flop, while the relatively unknown Wang Haozhen rose to the top with the period drama Summer of the Herb Bar. When the mass-produced perfect production of industrial assembly lines met its Waterloo, the creaking Herb Bar, carrying the audience's yearning for a slower pace of life, broke through the encirclement. The era of sincerity defeating formula has arrived. This is not just two dry numbers, it's the most ironic slap in the face for the short drama industry's fame and fortune seen recently. Just these past few days, the short drama market seemed to have conspired, releasing a flood of new shows. Yuxin and Xiaoxu, originally standing in the spotlight and highly anticipated by investors and fans, unexpectedly crashed at the same time. Meanwhile, Wang Haozhen, who usually keeps a low profile and whose name even sounds like the guy next door, rode a beat-up old 28-inch bicycle and suddenly found himself at the top of the trending charts in the period drama The Summer of the 28-inch Bicycle. This happened so fast and so surreal that many industry insiders were still asking, where did this drama come from? Let's rewind the timeline and see how this disaster occurred. Yuxin's new drama, with Jin Chang'an, was born with a silver spoon in its mouth. Even before its release, it wasn't just any ordinary drama, it was synonymous with highly anticipated. According to insiders, the post-production of this drama was a complete disaster. Revisions and revisions were endless. The production team, in pursuit of so-called perfection, practically polished every frame to perfection. The result? Finally, after much anticipation, it was released, only to find the trending index stuck at a mere 6,500. What does this data mean? In today's short drama market where tens of thousands of views are commonplace, 6,500 is practically equivalent to an effective broadcast. The meticulous craftsmanship becomes a burden. Viewers see only exhaustion, not sincerity. Then look at Xiaoxu. This woman's situation is even more lamentable. Back in the days of Findra, she was quite successful. But as if under a curse, every subsequent drama she starred in flopped, making her practically box office poison. Her new drama, She Hides in the Starry Night, sounds beautiful and has the potential to be a hit, but its data is just as bad as Yuxin's, a mere 6,500. Several dramas in a row have only reached a popularity score of 8,000. Investors' patience is limited. This kind of consistently low viewership is more disheartening than dramatic ups and downs. Just when these two gods were battling it out, Wang Haozhen emerged. The Summer of 28 Bars, a period drama whose title doesn't exactly scream domineering CEO or warrior god. Without flashy special effects or extravagant displays of wealth, it relied on solid emotional resonance and a nostalgic, down-to-earth feel to stubbornly achieve a popularity score of 16,500. This number far surpasses the combined scores of Yuxin and Xiaoxu. This is a classic case of a novice defeating a master, or more accurately, sincerity triumphing over formula. Having navigated this industry for 20 years, we've seen it all. Short dramas seem to have a low barrier to entry, but they're actually incredibly complex. You think audiences love plot twists? Yuxin revised the script 800 times, enough twists, right? It flopped. You think audiences love familiar faces? Xiaoxu's face is familiar enough, right? It still flopped. Wang Haozhen's success serves as a reminder to all actors, stability is more important than fame. He's the kind of actor who's never achieved massive fame, never constantly trending for his looks or scandals. But he's like an old-school craftsman, give him any job, and he can handle it. In an era where popularity reigns supreme, this kind of stability seems clumsy, even outdated. But when the tide recedes, and audiences are sick of the same old surgically enhanced faces and assembly line scripts, Wang Haozhen's rough stuff becomes highly sought after. A fleeting moment of fame is an actor's nightmare, but in this fast-paced world, becoming an evergreen is incredibly difficult. Xiaoxu's predicament actually represents the anxiety of a large number of mid-tier actors. Once they leave the filter of their hit roles, the audience's empathy disappears faster than turning the pages of a book. She is trapped in her past glory, while the market has already changed its tastes. What's even more interesting is the social psychology behind the explosive popularity of the summer of the 28-inch bicycle. Why a period drama? Why the 28-inch bicycle? In this era where algorithms control our brains and short videos demand only 15 seconds of patience, people subconsciously yearn for slowness. That creaking bicycle, that summer without cell phones, where travel was slow, is actually a form of spiritual solace for modern people. We watch the drama, searching for that past that we can never return to, that is certain and warm. Wang Haozhen's performance perfectly captured this emotion. His unhurried and composed performance coincided perfectly with the audience's desire to catch their breath. This is not just a victory of luck, it's a victory of an anti-involution aesthetic. This shocking data discrepancy serves as a wake-up call, not just for one team, but for the entire short drama industry's illusions. For a long time, short dramas were considered fast-moving consumer goods, so the industry became accustomed to using the logic of fast-moving consumer goods to create dreams, a breakout every 3 days, a plot twist every 5 minutes, a passionate kiss every 10 minutes, emotions burst forth like instant coffee, and the job is done. But audiences aren't fools, they're just busy. Busy people also need to be respected, not manipulated. So you see, Guo Yuxin's with Jin Chang'an didn't fail unjustly. It wasn't poorly produced, but rather too calculating. Every shot seemed to ask, will this second trend on social media? Every line of dialogue seemed to calculate, can this line be used as a segment? When every cell of a work screams I want to go viral, it ceases to be a drama and becomes more like a PowerPoint presentation. What audiences are most sensitive to isn't plot holes, but attitude holes. Did you treat me like a human being? Did you treat the characters like human beings? Did you treat emotions like emotions? When a show is reduced to mere functionality, viewers will naturally retaliate in the cruelest way. No criticism, no arguments, no discussion, just scroll past. Xiaoxu's case is even more typical. He's not without potential, but he's trapped in a giant template cage. Today he plays a cold-faced CEO, tomorrow a crazy young master, the day after a restrained boyfriend. His persona changes rapidly, but his soul is forever absent. You think you're expanding your acting range, but actually you're being repeatedly drained by the same algorithm. When viewers are too tired to even bother criticizing anymore, that's true death. This also explains why Summer of 28 Bars became a hit. Its success wasn't due to its complex plot, but rather its provision of a rare sense of breathing. What short dramas lack most is never stimulation, but rather pause. Pause signifies authenticity, those moments in life untouched by editing, the summer evening breeze, the cicadas chirping in the alley, the instant someone swallows their words, the curve of a quote fluttering in the wind while riding a bicycle. Algorithms can't capture that, but the human heart can. Thus, the short drama industry ushered in a particularly cruel turning point. Audiences no longer blindly believed in top stars or upgraded production. They began to believe in something more primal, authenticity. Ultimately, in this battle between 16,500 and 6,500, the real loser wasn't Guo Yuxin or Xiaoxu, but the industry's misjudgment of the audience. Audiences don't just want electronic pickled vegetables, a euphemism for low-quality content, they just want something decent to eat in their spare time. If it's the latter, then Guo Yuxin and her contemporaries will inevitably flop again. If the industry doesn't change, today it's with Jin Chang'an that flops, tomorrow it'll be the next top-tier aspiring star. Because when an actor is forced to exhaust their talent in homogeneous, poorly made dramas, no matter how beautiful their face or how high their popularity, they will eventually be swallowed up by audience fatigue. Going forward, the industry must either learn to respect the audience or continue to be taught a lesson by the audience's data. This time, the audience has already given their answer. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.